So let's discuss how to build an amazing workplace culture. Like, how do you go about, doing that?
So I think two of the four paradigm shifts really speak to that. I would say, one of them is, and again, these sound great, but the application is where the rubber meets the road, right? So one of the twists in terms of creating a growth culture is instead of using people to do work, use work to develop and grow people. And so that's more than a soundbite. That actually is a leadership philosophy of how do we distribute work amongst our team? Like, instead of just choosing the best person to do everything, how do we distribute work in a way that actually creates growth opportunities, which might actually be assigning a project or a piece of work to somebody that's a growth opportunity. And it might not be the fastest way to get that done, but in the long term, how do we actually use the work to grow capacity, leadership, skills? And so in the long run, by distributing work differently and looking through a lens of how do we leverage the tasks to accelerate people, ultimately builds that capacity in that team. And ultimately it puts work in a paradigm and a lens for each person to look at it as, I'm not just being asked to do something for the sake of doing something. Like, it also is like the frame of the conversation, right?